Okay, so wow. Phoenix Comicon has last week announced that they were going to get Dick Van Dyke to appear at the end of May over Memorial Day weekend. And of course, everyone was really happy because it's Dick Van Dyke, and why would you not be happy to see Dick Van Dyke? Today, they announced that in order to seat his panel, they're going to pre-sell a fixed amount of seats so that you have guaranteed seating, and then you have to enter a lottery for general admission, basically. People are not happy about this down in Phoenix. They feel like they've already paid for their ticket, so all the panels should be free. And while that sounds good, as we have learned here in Salt Lake, some panels just overwhelm the facility, and if some sense of control isn't put on top of it, then bad things are going to happen. Can you imagine in Salt Lake, 120,000 people all decide they want to go to Dick Van Dyke's panel if he comes here. Our ballroom holds 5,000 people. Even when Mark Hamill was here, we moved him to the Vivint Arena where the Utah Jazz play basketball, and we hold concerts. About 15,000 seats. That is still not 120,000 people. Even if only 20,000 people wanted to see it, still wouldn't be enough seats. There has to be a way. There has to be a way to allow people to see panels without there being a mob mentality. And I, for one, like to know either or. If I'm going to see a panel, I would hate to wait in line for an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours and then find out that I just wasted 1 or 2 or 3 or more hours depending on the panel. So I know the people in Phoenix aren't used to this. It's a growing pain based on the success of your convention. The bigger your convention gets, the bigger your guests get, the more demand there's going to be to see them, and the less your facilities are going to be able to support. Fact of life. You can go back to being a 20,000 person convention that Dick Van Dyke doesn't come to, but I don't know if you'll be happy about that either. So as we've learned in Salt Lake, you can't please everyone all of the time, but to give the most people a shot at something they want, it has to be fair. Some people would argue, and have argued in the past, that if I bought a VIP ticket, then I should just get to go to whatever I want. And the point has been made again and again by me and others that whatever the VIP perks are that are listed when you buy the tickets, that's what you get. The VIP is not a blanket gimme, gimme, gimme access badge. It's just not. So I don't know what to tell you. You're either going to be disappointed that you didn't get to see him, you're going to be happy you got to see him, or you can just be grumpy about the whole event, forgetting that there's already a ridiculously great lineup sitting down in Phoenix. Whether Dick Van Dyke is there or not. I certainly am not going to waste time pining over whether I do or don't get to see Dick Van Dyke. As much as I'd like to, these things happen in events like this. You cannot possibly get to everything you want to get. It just is. I would think we had all learned that as children, but maybe some of us learned it better than others. So still looking forward to going down to Phoenix for Memorial Day weekend. If I get to see the Dick Van Dyke panel, I think it would be incredible, and hopefully I can get some good pictures to show you guys here. But if I don't, it's one of those things that I just have to live with. I've learned to live with a lot of disappointment in my life, so not seeing one celebrity at an event full of great celebrities doesn't even move the meter for me. So I hope everyone else in Phoenix enjoys their time. I applaud the organizers of Phoenix Comicon for addressing this early, knowing that they're going to have an access problem. So kudos to you. Nice job. And I look forward to seeing you in a few weeks. See you later.